Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Go Battle League, great league with a lot of action by a Scrafty line. So we're gonna pair it up with Pelipper and Frostlass, and those two can absolutely cover the weakness that Scrafty is having to the other fighters. With that in mind, also those two are extremely safe to use against most threats, so that's why I recommend this team to you. A lot of synergy, a lot of coverage, and of course hard hitting moves all around. So the Oxys here is gonna be a pretty troublesome lead for my Pelipper. However, I want to keep my Pelipper alive for the end game, so I'm just gonna protect it and try to absorb a move on my Frostlass. And now let's see what they have at the back. It is gonna be the Fisk, which means now that one Rock Slide will just seal the deal at this amount of HP that we have. I think I'm gonna go in with the Scrafty, and the Scrappy Punch is absolutely gonna go to town over here. They have farmed up about a Rock Slide ready to go, and at this point we're gonna see that they have a shiny Noctowl as well lurking at the back. So my shiny baby deliverer here is just gonna go in, try to do some cheap damage on the Noctowl, and to be honest, since I'm seeing that the Noctowl is already at the red, I can easily go in with my Scrappy Punch and start farming down some crucial energy. With that in mind, I'm pretty sure they cannot reach to the Earthquake right on time because they had energy but not that much, so that my counters can absolutely be devastating for that trainer. Into the next one now, and we're having a Nidoking upon the lead, kind of a good lead for us, and I say kinda because they can also do a lot of damage with those poison jumps and the debuffs from the poison fangs. Baby deliverer is just gonna go for the hurricane, but the shiny golden egg here is just gonna shield as well their next move, because as it seems they want to invest a lot of faith on their Azumarill, so that means that I might get another shield here, and we actually do. Not gonna go for the bait, because if they do not shield, this can be pretty bad for me, but instead I'm gonna block twice as well and then try to predict the switch. However, it is gonna be the Nidoking, and I should have gotten to my switch right immediately to the Frostlass, but it doesn't matter because they still throw the move, and whatever that is, we can definitely survive. Just a Poison Fang, down they go. We have so much energy to spare. It is gonna be the Azumarill, just gonna farm up even more to a point that we have 100 energy left. Down goes the Azu at the back. There is gonna be the Mew, and of course the Shadow Ball is gonna be more than enough to grab this victory for our team. Now let's see what we got going on here, because the shiny baby deliverer is gonna face another Deoxys. Are you kidding me? A lot of Deoxys lately. So we're just gonna keep going here with our Pelipper, not gonna switch out yet, as it seems they want to go for the Psycho Boost, which means that they're gonna switch out right after, and I'm seeing the normal typing at the upper corner, and then it hit me. I have to go in with my Scrafty, but it ends up being a Vigoroth, and that is horrible. However, they still take the damage from my foul play, which means now that I can easily farm down that crucial energy. Even two of those powder snows can be crucial with my Frostlass. Down goes Vigoroth at the back. They also have Obstagoon, so we're kinda hard countered here. Let's say simply countered, because these Pokemon are hard counters to my picks, but also we have a lot of ways to play around those Pokemon, and this is why I like this team a lot. This team has coverage even against its counter, so that's why we're gonna keep going here with the Hurricane on the Deoxys, and we pass through that final wing attack, which means that if we can block here, we can absolutely threat for that final shield the opposing Obstagoon. We are also having quite a very nice amount of HP on our shiny Pelipper, so we're just gonna keep going here with our Pokemon able to tank the Night Slash and then finish them off with the final Weather Ball. So Pelipper from a leader into a closer. Into the next one now, and we're facing up on the lead the Pelipper. So Pelipper on the mirror, shiny against the regular, who has more damage? Of course the shiny, right? Yeah, we are the baby deliverer after all with a shiny Pokemon. So we're having the Hurricane, which is gonna be blocked unfortunately by my opponent. Gonna call the bait on the Weather Ball. Big call here by my side, and I'm just gonna let that next one go through. This time they get to another one, one, and we can easily get now to the weather ball before fainting. Unfortunately though, we cannot reach to the hurricane and the finish off. Hopefully though, on the other side of the facts, we're just gonna pressure for that CMP, which means now that they are energy dry, they can still reach to the weather ball, but at this point they are on a farmable range, and we still got 2 shields up against them. Trying to catch one rock slide on my Scrafty. At the back there is gonna be the Meganium, so Scrappy Punch with those power up punches is still gonna do a lot of damage. I think that power up punch on Scrafty needs to be renamed into something else, something like a power up headbutts, because it isn't even using its punches. So it's all up to the headbutts, you know. Yeah, the punk Pokemon here is just gonna rock and roll around the victory for our team. Into the next one with the Deoxys once again. Are you kidding me? What is happening here all the freaking time at Deoxys? So we're just gonna keep going with the Pelipper as always, and we have to play the baiting game. So I'm just gonna charge up to a Hurricane as always, and then try to go for the Weather Ball, but the second time I will go for that Hurricane indeed, and they are gonna take it. Wonderful news for me, because now this Deoxys is almost down, and we can keep pressuring with our Frostlass. They want to bank that energy, and at the back they have an Umbreon. Hard counter after hard counter, so foul play here will not be appreciated, but still we can almost survive, which means that we can pressure for that final shield for our Frostlass, or they just want to spend their energy. Well, I'm just fine with that. At this point they're gonna get the foul play, which is pretty neat. Down goes Frostlass, and Circe will be well remembered due to its actions and its amazing pressure. At the back they have a Gaslord. All of a sudden we have a Wincon, and after that first power up punch I feel so comfortable that I have nothing to fear here. Even a Dragon Claw will not be that much of a big deal, since I can easily survive it, then block the Thunderbolt from the Deoxys. That's why I was keeping the shield, and of course Gaslord stands no chance at all up against the Scrappy Punch, and we're gonna take an amazing victory once again. So against Alola Ninetales with Charm, Pelipper is gonna struggle a little bit, but it's all up to when and if you can throw that Hurricane against the Ninetales. So what I want to do here is to pressure for that potential bait and then try to reach to the Hurricane, but as it seems I want to go for another Weather Ball. We're not gonna take a shield, but instead we're gonna see the switch out to the Digger's Beam, which is pretty neat if you ask me, and because they are getting pretty close to an Earthquake or a Hyper Beam, I'm just gonna let it go through. I know I can survive, but with a sliver amount of HP, and I can easily farm down right after. I know that I cannot survive those charms, but still we can survive one, and at this point we can still do some cheap damage on the Ninetales. This is gonna be just a Weather Ball. I was counting the charms, and of course now Frostlass will get out of here with a lot of crucial energy on its back. At the back they have a Vigoroth, so all we need is 3 of those avalanches, and I believe we can do it, especially with that amazing energy gain that we got on Frostlass. Totally lost my words here. And now the Pelipper with the rampage of attacks against the Vigoroth will sum things up for this battle. Into the final one now, trainers. A Deoxys, no, a Dragonite, so another bad lead for our Pelipper. Pelipper cannot catch a break at all, even against the Nidoqueen. Well, that was kind of an even scenario, so I would not count it as a very good lead at least. So what I want to do here is to sacrifice my Pelipper, still reach to a Hurricane. They are gonna block, but now my Frostlass can have the upper hand. I do not like my odds with Scrafty against the Dragonite, so there goes that. And at this point, as it seems, Super Power is gonna do a lot of heavy work up against my Pokemon. After that power up punch I will try to farm down, but I think they can still reach the move. Yeah, here it is, and this is still looking pretty comfortable for me, because I can easily go in with the Frostlass and start farming down some energy, resist it from that Melmetal, which is pretty neat as well, because more energy for me. Dragonite will follow the same fate. At the back they have the Azumarill, so things aren't over yet. Let's see how they can adapt here, because if they get to a player Rough, we are absolutely doomed. What I want to do though is to reach to the Avalanche. I'm pretty sure we can take a shield here. This was pretty crucial, and now with my shield up, I'm pretty sure that we can reach to a pretty nice win with the Shadow Ball. So many pretty things were said in this final sentence, and we're gonna grab this victory to take this video to the next level with Frostlass, absolutely devastating for any opponent. And that's gonna be a wrap for today, trainers. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, and of course subscribe to the channel. With that said, feel free to check any of these two videos that might be of interest to you, and I will see you all into the next one.